guys to episode number 56 at Healthy Living Video Blog at workoutmaster.com. Ruben's getting a phone call. This is Ruben.
And this is Aram.
And we're going to talk about the most nutritious food that actually exists on this planet. And we're following it after that episode that we just did about the Twinkie garbage diet.
So we're going to go from the unhealthiest to the healthiest.
To the healthiest.
Right.
So you guys know, because we didn't really want to talk about it, we just put it out just for fun of it.
It needed to be addressed, that crap.
Okay, let's talk about organ meats. Now, this is, when I talk about things, observation is important. Forget about like sometimes science and, you know, this very smart people indoctrinating garbage thing. Think of people that are observed the nature for years and years and generations, and they learn from the best example that the nature can possibly set. So one of the things that people observe, that when the animals make a kill, they don't go eat filet mignon. The alpha male or alpha female or alpha whatever usually takes on the organ meats.
That's correct.
It's obvious. Look at the animal channel, look at, I don't know, any YouTube channel you watch about animals. If you ever see somebody killing somebody in an animal world, they always go for the most nutritious part as soon as possible, and that's generally organ meats.
Absolutely. So you'll, like Aram said, watch any nature show where animals are hunting other animals, carnivores obviously, and the first thing that cat will do, because usually they pick cats, they will disembowel the animal and eat all the insides, intestines, organs, kidneys, heart, everything. Everything that they can actually pull out in one shot, they will eat that first.
Absolutely.
And why do they do that? I mean, they have all these, 100, 200, 500 pounds of flesh, because, instinctively the animal knows that they're going to get more nutrition out of eating the organs. First of all, it's softer, it is more nutritious, it has more content of protein, much easier to digest for them, and they can do it a lot faster.
And it's loaded with vitamins. Loaded with vitamins.
Always, and we're, and in nature we see, and precluding to what we're talking about as far as eating organs, let it be stated first and foremost that we have to, when we're going to eat the organs of an animal, it has to be from a farm, not a farm-raised animal. It has to be somewhere the animal is free range, that is very, very healthy. Don't forget that those organs, they act as filters and as little factories of energy production in the animal. So if the animal is actually being fed garbage food, all kinds of grains and stuff that is not innate for that animal to consume, they're going to overload those organs, and those organs will be somewhat diseased or very diseased, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Ruben comes from Spain. I grew up in Russia. Back in the days, we observed people in different countries than US to eat a lot of organ meats in the diet. I mean, it's pretty much all over the place.
But it has happened that we perhaps have hang on to our traditions.
A little longer.
A little longer.
Yeah.
Because if you go back, America.
If you go here, like in the 30s or 20s, there's a lot of organ meats or so.
You say United States, and it says, well, prior to, the colonization of this country, stuff like that, Native American Indians, what did they eat?
No, even before that, I have clients that are telling me, like in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, there's a plenty of organ meats all over the place.
Absolutely.
You can go buy like I don't know, animal brain if you want.
Absolutely.
In the supermarket.
Brains, all kinds of glands and organs.
Now, right now, let's say in Miami, since we live in Miami, there's a lot of Latin population.
Mm-hmm.
Latin population demands organ meats. So if you go to a supermarket, you will find in pretty much any supermarket some liver and things like that.
Heart.
Like thymus, the sweetbreads and things like that. So you'll find that a lot in supermarkets here. Now, when I lived in California, I cannot say that it's widely available in every supermarket.
Absolutely.
So within the United States of America right now, there's an issue like people don't put out in the supermarkets organ meats. And then I talk a lot with my clients, and a lot of them say, oh, this is disgusting, I would never eat it. So the mentality changed from understanding how nutritious it was to people basically looking at it as this disgusting thing. I wouldn't eat somebody else's organ kind of thing.
Well, it's not somebody else's, it's some other animal.
Some other, some other animal.
But they'd rather eat filet mignon, which I have nothing against. They have to be very juicy, but do I need to tell you what part of the cow is the filet mignon located in?
So think of it like this, guys.
Yes.
Think of it like this. Organ meats are loaded with the nutrients, especially, obviously, only consume the healthy animal organ meats. They're loaded with the nutrients. They're extremely nutrient dense. That's mean for each little piece of it, you get a lot in return for your body. Your body's going to have a lot of building blocks, a lot of vitamins, a lot of different things that it can use to get you where you want to be. And obviously, if you're watching this video blog, you guys want to get healthier. So if you want to be even more healthier, invest in a good organ meats. Cook them in any way, possible way and form you can. Liver, kidneys, sweetbreads.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's important. Because we know that those organs, Aram, they have a very strong flavor. And some people are not used to very strong flavor when it comes to a meat-derived product. So, you have to experiment a lot in the kitchen and use different spices and cook in different ways so you can perhaps mask some of that flavor that you're a little bit resistant to it. And eventually, once you develop a flavor for that stuff, you'll love it.
Absolutely. Excellent resource to prepare nourishing food like that is Nourishing Traditions by Sally Fallon.
Right.
Weston A. Price have a lot of articles about organ meats and things like that. I'm sure if you open any old book about cooking, then you're going to find interesting ways to prepare organ meats. I think Julie Childs actually put quite a lot of,
yes,
a lot of recipes.
He was good, cooking basically, very traditional French cuisine, and back in the days, with times of scarcity, post World War II and stuff like that, nothing got wasted.
Exactly.
So organs were, were at one point their priority at meat markets because there will be a line for people to actually be able to purchase, like I said, heart, kidneys, liver, stuff like that. And the flesh, it will be more expensive and less nutrients. So people are not stupid. They know exactly what good is and what for, and they always gravitate towards eating that meat for a reason.
Yeah. Unfortunately, these days things shifted, and we think of it as not a healthy food. And Ruben and I specifically want to make sure that we're putting the word out there and start promoting eating more nutrient-dense food. And by far, organ meats stay way up in the list of good foods you can consume for your health.
Absolutely. I love to eat liver. I have it at home at least once or twice a week under ideal conditions, of course. I happen to cook pretty alright, so I have had no complaints when I've served it to other people. And I know that it works fantastically because it's loaded with vitamin A, that is, one of the main nutrients that your thyroid gland needs to really get going and to keep your body running, optimally. So besides liking the flavor, I like the side effect of it, which is to make you feel really good.
If you never tried, give it a shot. If you're eating it, you might actually be able to increase the consumption because it is very good. You want to say anything else?
I think that's about it.
Alright guys, it was a pleasure having you on this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, your future looks better already. And we'll talk to you next time.